There is little opportunity for learning to take place without student engagement. But the question is how? How do we engage 30 students who come from different backgrounds, who are on different levels, and who have very different needs? I assure you there is no simple solution, but through extensive research, trial, and lots of error, I have found some solid truth in technology, collaboration, flexible seating, and strong relationships. First and foremost, we must remember we are working with people. Whether you teach kindergarten or college algebra, you teach people. People who wake up each day and may receive their first smile from you, so give it to them. Research shows that people who feel valued in a job work harder than those who are constantly criticized. Learning is the job. Make the learner feel valued, and I assure you he will work harder for you. Joan Young published an article in 2014 outlining the importance of positive classroom environments. We have all experienced the outlying factors that kids bring into our classrooms every day. We know how hard that can be, but we have to stop letting that be an excuse. We have to foster healthy relationships at school that help kids learn how to function and not be enabled. Something really profound to me is that all of these kids we see every day are somebody's babies. These are their pride and joy. We have to start making these kids live up to that expectation. As we build these relationships with students, we will see a shift from what has been called for far too long traditional teaching to student-centered learning. This is not a new concept. It's one that has been written about for almost 50 years, and yet we still have reluctance to make the shift. With student-centered learning, there is less of a teacher-student role and more of everyone acting as facilitators of knowledge. Collaboration is fostered in these environments. The collaborative classroom has an approach based on relationships that lead to high engagement. This approach, students make strong connections to at least one teacher in the building and are able to gain a sense of safety that leads to collaborative relationships with peers that allow students to work together to develop critical problem-solving skills that go far beyond the classroom. An additional focus of the collaborative classroom approach is that all challenging behaviors are triggered in some way and have a root cause related to a cognitive skill deficit. These deficit gaps can be closed through deliberate collaborations. As we teach students that they are each valuable wealths of knowledge, we must teach them to be a part of teams that are made up of like-minded people. Research supports classroom collaborations for several different reasons. First, there are the social behavioral benefits. Students learn to be effective communicators, work as a team, and develop leadership skills. Then, the academic benefits are seen both during collaboration and on individual tasks. According to research done at the University of Minnesota, students in collaborative teams develop positive interdependence, accountability, face-to-face interactions, and social skills. Collaboration exists far beyond the walls of our classrooms with technology and social media. Using technology in the classroom provides real-life work experiences for students, motivates them, and allows them to apply in-depth knowledge in a meaningful way. Hornstein suggests that finding what works best for you to implement technology is crucial to successfully engaging students with technology. Brad Kuntz is a Spanish and environmental leadership teacher at a high school in Oregon. Since 2012, he has been advocating for the use of technology to engage students in effective learning. He encourages teachers to use technology to teach students how to efficiently and effectively synthesize and analyze information to solve problems. Student engagement is only as good as the environment it exists in. A critical component to engaged learning is classroom management. I'm a firm believer that with strong relationships and engaged students, classroom management is 100 times easier. But that does not deny the need for consistency and high expectations. A classroom should be composed of seating options that meet the needs of the students in the classroom. We live in a world of luxury. Look at our vehicles and Starbucks if we had time to drink coffee. All of these seating options provide sensory stimulation. Research suggests that sensory stimulation therapy can allow students to focus longer, react more appropriately, and be less distracted. When the brain is stimulated, more synapses are produced. It is in those moments that new information is processed and retained. There are many sensory stimulating options available. I have seen great success with most of these seen here in second grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade classrooms. The greatest results are with the kiddos who have attention deficit disorders, and with over 6.5 million diagnoses in 2016, I would highly encourage every teacher in every school to try this type of environment that will undoubtedly lead to more engaged students. We've all heard multiple times about the banking system that exists in education. In this system, students are receivers of information and teachers are dumpers of knowledge. In this system, there is no application, no stimulation, no collaboration, and the relationship is one of power and oppression. There is no engagement from the student. All over the country, the best teachers are talking about student engagement, using technology, using relationships, and creating environments that foster student engagement and lifelong learning. A very wise man once said, "Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, and I remember. Involve me, and I learn." This is no new concept, but it is one that I challenge you to involve your students in engaging learning experiences that revolve around technology, collaboration, flexible seating, and relationship.